Ready to put your new D minor 7th chord to work? Welcome to Guitar Chords Info Stream, Phase 14, Intro to Bar Chords, Part 2. In Part 2, I've got a short chord progression for you that'll help you put your new D minor 7th chord to work, as well as reinforce some of the other chords that you've learned. And those chords are, there are 4 of them, and they are D minor 7th, the chord you just learned in Phase 1, or Part 1 rather, Part 1 of Phase 14, D minor 7th, G7th, C, and A minor. And once again, they are D minor 7th, G7th, C, and A minor. And those are your chords. And I'd like to point out that I'm using, for the C chord, instead of using the full C chord where we go across all 6 strings, I'm using the 3-fingered version where we only do 5 strings and not use the 6th string. And of course there'll be other occasions for the full C chord later on, actually not too far away, to be honest. But the reason I'm using the C chord, the 3-finger version of the C chord in Part 2 here, is because I just think it goes better with the other chords. Since the D minor 7th chord is a little bit sparse in texture, I just think the C chord sounds a little bit better with it than this C chord sounds a little bit better with it than the full C chord would. And also it's smoother to change from this C chord to A minor. But again, there'll be plenty of occasion to use the full C chord, and you'll be glad that you learned it. So once again, the chords are D minor 7th, G7th, C, and A minor. So what I want you to do at first is just to play each one of the chords and let them ring until you get used to the sounds of the chords in context with one another, and also let your fingers get used to making the changes. And when you have the hang of that, then you can strum the chord progression in 4/4 time, with each chord getting 4 beats. In other words, 4 beats of one chord, 4 beats of the next, and etc. And I'll demonstrate it once I get around to the first of the chord progression again. So here it is: D minor 7 for 4 beats, G7 for 4 beats, C for 4 beats, and A minor for 4 beats. D minor 7th, G7th, C, and A minor. And you can do this as many times as you want to. But when you get ready to end, when you're finished playing the progression, there's a way that you can bring it to a smooth close, and I'll show it to you this time around. When you get to your C chord, just play the C chord and let it ring, then do a G7th to C cadence, and that'll bring it to a smooth close. So let me demonstrate the end for you again. This time I'll play it a total of 3 times all the way through D minor, G7, C, and A minor. I'll play that chord progression 3 times through completely, and then after the 3rd time through, when I get to my C, I'll just stop after I strum the C and let it ring for a brief moment, and then do my G7th to C cadence and bring it to a smooth close. and it'll sound like that. Here it goes. That was one time through. Second time through. And this makes the third time through, so this time let's end it. C, G7 to C cadence. So hopefully that'll give you something enjoyable to do with your new D minor 7th chord, as well as put some of the other chords that you've learned to work. And really don't the G7th and C chords sound a lot more robust than what you started out with. So yeah, you're really coming along if you've made it this far. So spend some time enjoying these chords and this chord progression, and when you think you're ready, we'll meet in part 3, and we'll get into these bar chords a little bit more. So when you're ready, I'll see you there, and if these videos are helping, please let me know in the comment section.